Welcome back to Uncle Matt's Workbench. This is Nagamaki Polishing Part 3. It's time now to etch this in vinegar. And here I've cleaned the blade of any kind of oils or residues that may have been on it, such as my fingerprints or the PB blaster that I used for the sanding. Now I'm just going to put this in this vinegar. I had to make this trough because I simply didn't have anything else big enough to put this whole sword into. And it's outside in direct sunlight because the vinegar etching works best if the vinegar is warm. So I'm hoping that the sun is going to warm it up for me. And I will come back to this and I will check this every hour and see how it's doing. Okay, so the sword has been in the vinegar for about an hour and a half now. Let's pull it out and see how that looks. So the dark and bright areas, that shows the difference in the hardening. The softer areas have etched deeper than the harder areas, and that's why they look dark like that. And now it looks like in the tip area, I think the clay must have fallen off when I was heating it, because it appears to have gotten fully hard. Whereas right here you can see a softer back, and you see that wavy line there, the hamon, showing up really good. And here's where it goes kind of crazy, but I like that. So my next step now is to clean off all of this vinegar and then clean off those dark oxides. So the blade has been etched. Now the vinegar has been cleaned off, and I am left with areas of dark and light. Those oxides need to be cleaned off. What I'm going to use for that is this Flitz metal polish. This is pretty cool stuff. There are other brands that you could use too. You don't have to use Flitz. This is the brand that I know and the brand that I can pick up locally. So just going to use this on a cotton ball. I'm going to do one small section here and show you how that looks. Still a little bit cloudy, but you see it's getting much shinier in that area where I've been polishing. Now, so you can see how far it's come, I'll show you this side here has been completely cleaned off with the metal polish. A little bit cloudy in some areas, so I think I can go a little farther with that, but I want to show you the comparison between this side and the side that has not yet been cleaned. Big difference. This side, the metal is very reflective, and that hamon shows up very well. And that was the point of all of this to begin with, was to get that hamon to show up without having to strain to see it. And it does. It shows up really good. This area is where it starts to disappear, because from here on out it's fully hardened. And you see a little hints of it here and there. But for the most part, this the tip end, fully hardened. So There's not much of a hamon in that area, but it does look very nice. And I'm going to polish up this side, then we'll reassemble the sword. And now I am done polishing. Just gonna take a look every inch. See, it is very reflective now. That hamon shows really well. Over to the other side. And now we will just reassemble. If you remember in part 1, I started off with putting the Tsuba into some vinegar to get rid of the rust. It has not been there the entire time. It was only in there for about an hour. And the rust is gone. Tsuba looks pretty nice. Got a couple specks of my polishing stuff there, but so that's how that looks. The habaki goes on first. Then the Tsuba. And then the suka. I got to put the little pin in there. And there we go. I hope that you have enjoyed this series of videos of the Nagamaki. Once again, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.